Hello and welcome to Vax Talk. This is a podcast for people who don't want to get diphtheria. My name is Karen Ernst.
That's everyone.
My name's Karen Ernst. I'm the Executive Director of Voices for Vaccines.
And I'm Nathan Boonstra. I'm General Pediatrician here in Des Moines, Iowa at Blank Children's Hospital.
We are now joined by Amy Pisani. Amy is the Executive Director of Every Child by Two, which was one of the very first vaccine advocacy organizations on the ground and working and doing all of this good stuff to make sure that none of our kids get sick. So welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
What do you think our number one issue that we have to overcome is as far as making sure more kids are getting vaccinated today?
Disinformation. I mean, the internet has been a blessing and it's been a curse. I can't believe that I remember when the internet was created. And I remember when we created our first website. In like 98 we created our first website, and our newsletter became electronic, and that's when we were finally able to reach our partners with an email newsletter. My God, it was like this novel idea. I had this intern that came from Prague who taught me what it was, and so I think the internet's really it's like helped us, but it's really harmed us because now we're seeing, we still have the problems with people who can't access vaccines, or they're struggling to get their kids in for all their visits. We're missing them for the boosters. But now we're also seeing women who are pregnant and they're making decisions for their children. Studies show that women decide in pregnancy by the third trimester what their views are on vaccines, and they very rarely change them. So I think we've got to really shift our focus towards the newer parent, the upcoming parents, the teens of today, the millennials who will be vaccinating. Of course, we have our Vaccinate Your Family Facebook page, which is, it's still the largest vaccine page. So we're pretty happy that it seems people seem interested in it. And, they're all willingly a member of the page or a friend. So I think that's really a great opportunity. And then partnering with groups like Voices for Vaccines and Nurses Who Vax and just people like that are out there just fighting the battle of misinformation daily on social media. I think that's really huge, Karen, don't you?
I do. And I have to say, I really love some of the ways that Every Child by Two and Voices for Vaccines have been able to partner in the last year or two. We've been starting some exciting things, especially locally with people. So, it's interesting too, because I don't know if you're seeing this, Amy, but it seems like we're moving a little bit from battling on the internet and then taking it back to the streets, I like to say, or taking it back to people's in-person lives.
I like going to your Facebook page here. I'm seeing that you're about 133 people shy of 200,000 likes. So if there's 133 listeners out there that haven't gone and liked Vaccinate Your Family, now is your chance. You could be the lucky person to put it over. Also, Karen and I think, started commenting on Vaccinate. I think at the time it was called Vaccinate Your Baby, right?
Yep.
You made a title transition, a message transition. I think like when I started commenting there, it was like under 4,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. This
was some time ago, but it was still like one of the largest pages, and we would go on there, and there was a small like task force of us that would make sure that the kind of the base is defended.
Thank you so much for joining us, Amy. Where can people find you and Every Child by Two on social media or on the internet?
So our social media handle really is Vaccinate Your Family, and we have a website, which is www.vaccinateyourfamily.org. We have our Facebook page, and of course we have our blog, which is shotofprevention.com, which is also going through a major facelift. We're really excited about that.
You can find Voices for Vaccines at voicesforvaccines.org.